Hello friends, this is Captain Addy and today we're going to build this beautiful diorama of the Fiat 131 Abarth. I used the Bburago model in 1:43 scale and I had to open it up because it didn't have any drivers. So I used modeling clay and just sculpted basic representational drivers, gave them a little bit of paint and they were done. Thereafter, I just closed the car up and I decided to give it a very little wash. I used a black watercolor wash and thereafter I gave it very basic weathering using light brown and dark brown. I didn't have any use of my phone's headphone covers, so I used the headphone cover as a base and I glued some foam on it using the normal crafts glue or PVA glue. I used the leftover foam to make small rocks and I just pulled the foam out to make random sized portions and just glued them again to the base using PVA glue. I made very small pebbles which you see in the riverbeds using pieces of foil and just rolling them around in my figures, and this is the result. It's really small and gives the desired effect. I placed these pebbles very randomly on the base using PVA glue and just position them as per your liking and wherever you seem fit. I paint the base using white acrylic paint. This acts as a primer and also works as a layer to bring out the next level layer of colors which we will do. Here I use the light brown paint to paint all the soil sections and a fair bit of riverbed. I use grey paint for a clean riverbed look. I use green acrylic paint for the areas which have some moss. The first layer of resin goes on the deeper side of the river and you blow over the air bubbles and they will pop. I use a popsicle stick to distribute the resin around evenly. After the first layer of resin is dried for about 24 hours, I use the second layer of resin. I put a clear resin this time and I let it dry up for the next 24 hours again. I put the Fiat on the base while the resin was still wet. For the water effects, I use cotton smeared over with diluted PVA glue and water, and thereafter I just leave it to dry for about 8 hours. I dip the edges of this pre-prepared cotton and I stick them to the car's body. I use the same pre-prepared cotton pieces and I stick them again to the various sections of the car using water, and all you have to do is just use these sections and layer them over and over again to get the desired results. You can cut them into pieces and all you have to use is water to stick them and to shape them. after many layers of cotton, I got the desired results. And lastly, I use PVA glue in a stipling motion again to make ripples over the water. So there you have it. Your diorama is complete using 5 basic materials, which are cotton, foam, water, PVA glue and resin.